What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Amnesia, the Dark Descent. Amnesia. Oh, I can't go that way, that's right. Wine cellar. Let's go there. Get my, chemical elements to dissolve this crap. Wherefore art thou key? Celavinaria, Laboratorium. I wonder if there's a key in the old archives room here. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with neglect of family. I know that feeling all too well. Rare books. Library.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hinan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Indeed. Books for throwing? I don't understand the point of that, but okay. Maybe I can use it as a distraction later on or something, who knows. But it's only certain books. There, that's for somebody's OCD. If you're watching this, that's for you. My guy is not steady of hand. Okay, whatever. Found an Algerian note. I knew that was going to happen. Local history. Study. Old tomes. You better shut that up.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Ooh, I can't wait for part 3. The sound in this game is so weird. That's also for you OCDers. Catalog. Well, I came in here. No, that's not gonna work, boys and girls. What's that third story? Hold on, let's go back to local history. I jotted something down. Find the key for the wine cellar. Oh, another entrance. Alright. That was good, there we go. Did I just...
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
What an interesting story. Floor plans. It's dark in here.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
East wing in the western hall. Throw you. I must be dying here. My sanity must be. Huh. Must find a new way out of this area. Oh, I just have to keep grabbing it.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
1, 2, 3. Before I run out of lamp light, hopefully. I'll grab it. You stop it. Study him. The stone slab looked like a safety measure. It wasn't meant to be moved ever again. What in the world? So as long as nothing else crazy happens, we're gonna go down here, get the chemicals, make the acid, and get rid of the jello crap. And then and that'll be it for this one. The sand gave way to his tired body and he fell from the camel's back. He felt the wind gently sweep across his face and his dry, crusted lips. I feel like the load screens are telling a different story than what I'm playing.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Is the cup right? What's happened? little gross.
What's happening? Oh, feels like my chest is going to burst. Oh.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Wilhelm's last words. My name is Wilhelm, House of Garrick. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the castle Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about what the supposed knight of the order could want from me and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past, and not the honors I've been awarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim, and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly, and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine, and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming. Their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer. You were poisoned, my son. Okay, so hold on. Notes. This time I will attempt Aqua Regia instead. Okay, so I have the 3 ingredients. He sat down by the Casbah wall, gasping for air. Sweat poured from his forehead and onto the sand-veiled ground. Casbah? I don't know what that is. Oh. I want to try this though. Why won't that let me throw the door open? That's all I want to do is throw the door open. Okay. No. Okay, hold on a second. Should we be back in the... Should we be... Man, I can't talk. Back in the laboratory? For this? After enduring these days in Algiers, a sailboat was finally arranged to take him across the Mediterranean Sea to Gibraltar. Having reached British territory, it was just a matter of reserving a cabin on SS Hortensia, headed for London. Hortensia.
It's cold. It's so cold.
Okay, so let's look at something here. Okay, so that's all set. But I do need 4. The stairs have collapsed. Brilliant. Must find a way back up. The cloth smelled of desert and damp musk. Pieces lay scrambled on top. Too many of them, he thought, or perhaps too few. Alright guys, we're going to wrap this one up right here. When we come back, we're going to head back into the wine cellar and find that 4th ingredient. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.